Dreams.
Hey, we're live.
Oh, we're live.
Let me tweet out the link real quick and then we'll get started.
Hey, could you send me the link and I could post it on Snapchat? Or should we not do that? Do we just want to get into it once you do that?
It's fine, I can send it to you.
What is... There we go.
But it ain't gonna really do you any good to post a link on Snapchat. You can't click a link on Snapchat.
Oh, you could.
Can
Oh, then never mind.
Okay.
Okay. I thought you could.
Alright, we need...
But...
Oh, so we didn't really figure out how we want to pair these, so...
How we're gonna do them?
Yeah.
So...
I mean, you can kind of run this however you want to run this. I don't really care. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention, so there's a couple that I want to talk about. I mean, I don't want to talk about every single game. That's obviously way too much.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to follow. We don't have to. We can just.
Yeah.
We can bounce all over the place. I don't care. But I mean, we need to have a couple segments of it.
Yeah.
So
Ubisoft does not need to be its own segment. I have like 2 things to talk about, and
PC,
that's it.
Ubisoft, Square, and EA, none of them need to have their own segment. So they can all be one segment if need be.
PC doesn't even need its own thing. Like,
Not
PC doesn't need to even be
so
in there.
then...
Look up what happened at the PC one. I want to see if anything even happened.
No, I scrolled through here. It's nothing that we're interested in.
Warframe. It's a quad.
So yeah, there's nothing. All right, so then why don't we break it into 3 segments then? Why don't we have Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony?
Sony does not get its own
But
thing.
we can kind of... So those can be the main 3 because obviously they're the main 3. And then we can just kind of add in the other stuff like Bethesda and the other ones and with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sony won't get that much to talk about.
So
Sony was not good this year.
So first we'll talk about... We'll do Sony as the first segment.
Yeah.
And that can include all of this other stuff too. And then we'll do Nintendo... Why don't we just do Nintendo by itself and Microsoft by itself, and we'll do everything else in one.
Okay. But Bethesda will be longer than all the other ones because Bethesda actually had some good stuff.
Yeah, so we'll have Bethesda and Sony stuff to talk about mainly.
Yeah.
But we can throw this other stuff in here as well. All right?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll start off with what's up, and we'll just talk for a minute, and then we'll get into it, and then we'll actually have the 3 segments from there. This does not count as one of the 3 segments.
What is this? What's up?
Yeah. All right. This is 33. Ready?
33 or 34?
33.
Mm.
Ready?
Yeah.
I guess I should double check, but
yeah, I don't think it's... I think 33 was last one.
Ready?
Yep.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Howdy Radio, the Next Generation, episode 33. I'm Brandon.
I'm Lane.
And we've got a E3 episode lined up for you this week.
Yes, we do. Second annual E3 episode.
Second annual E3 episode. So just quickly, I mean, obviously no detail or whatever, but your thoughts on E3? Was it a good year, bad year?
It was
okay year.
It was in the middle of okay. It was in the middle of good and great. It was not either.
Okay. All right, so let's see what else besides a long episode about video games. Anything else been going on? We're a couple weeks into the summer, and you've been playing video games all summer.
Yep.
Going to Kings Island.
Yeah.
Riding some rides.
All CS happened, but that's a part of video games. But it doesn't really matter to you.
Yeah, we went camping this last weekend. Yeah. We went down to Red River Gorge and spent Friday and Saturday night down there. Saturday we hiked. Like, I think it was 6 miles or something like that. Yeah. That we hiked. It was
5.5, something like that.
Yeah. It was a really good weekend though. I had a lot of fun.
I started watching BoJack Horseman.
Yeah. So that's one of my favorite shows ever. And now I got Lane into it also. But I'm doing my best to not watch it because I binge watched the show 5 times in a row. And I have to admit that I have a problem. So I have to stay away from it, and I have to watch other stupid crap like How I Met Your Mother, and I've been watching home movies.
BoJack made a How I Met Your Mother joke.
Yeah, they did. I've been watching home movies. I loved that show. That was a really great show that was on back in the day, I guess we'll call it. I don't know. We really don't have anything to talk about, so
that was good. More Adult Swim. That's Adult Swim.
It didn't start off as Adult Swim. It started out as I think it was on UPN, which I don't think is a network anymore. That became the CW, I think, is what happened there. Okay. It was like a Friday night show, which everybody knows Friday night. So
kind of like an Adult Swim, like later.
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, it was like a Friday at 9. Like it was on during prime time. But then I think they showed it for like a season or 2, and then they canceled it. And then I think Adult Swim brought it back for season 3 and 4. I think that's how that went. I'm not 100% sure.
Season 3 and 4 was better, right?
No.
Or like kind of the same.
No, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it from beginning to end. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there was any it didn't ever decline at all. I don't think. I always love that show. One of my favorite shows that nobody else in the world cares about. But we're here to talk about video games, so let's just do that.
It was a quick What's Up segment.
Right, the quickest ever.
Probably because we didn't actually talk about what we were going to talk about. Most of the time we say blah, 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 and then we accidentally talk about like our first half of the show.
Yeah, but we got a special episode on this one, so. I was thinking, remember how I told you the other day to like start thinking about ideas about like certain like special episodes we can do?
Yeah.
I was thinking something we could do.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I figured you did.
It was longer than we also have done a lot in between then.
I was thinking something we could do would be like, just do like a segment of like our top 5 something or another, our top 5 Nintendo games,
top 5
our
weekly.
Top 5 Queens of the Stone Age songs, our top 5 superhero movies, just like something specific,
like
not
a whole
just
episode or just a segment?
No, maybe just a segment.
We could do like multiple top 5s.
Yeah, we could do like the summer of top 5s, and all the episodes we do this summer like has a top 5. I don't know. Just
we could do that a bit monthly.
Yeah, something like that.
Because I might run out of ideas if we do it weekly or whenever we actually do an episode.
Yeah. All right, ready?
Yep.
All right, E3 2018. I guess it actually is it still going on? Like, is the back half of it still happening right now?
There is still the treehouse for like Nintendo and stuff like that. Okay. Like the floor is still open.
Yeah.
It's Thursday.
Today's Thursday.
Yeah, it ends today.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, it's open.
So, but all the big announcements are all out of the way now. People that are lucky enough to be there get to like play some of these games and stuff in person, which would be super cool. But us being spectators from home, it's essentially over at this point. We've got all the news that we're going to get.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of break this into to 3 separate segments here. We're going to kind of do a Sony segment. We're going to do a Microsoft segment, and we're going to do a Nintendo segment. But then we're going to kind of scatter in like all the other stuff like Bethesda and EA just kind of throughout. So our first segment that we want to talk about with a couple of these other random ones that we don't really have too much to talk about would be Sony. So I was excited about Sony this year because we just bought a PlayStation like a month or 2 ago. But I don't really feel that they really told us very much.
Yeah.
But let's hold on that just a second. Let's go through a couple of these other ones. There was the PC gaming. I mean, I just want to click the X on this tab because we really don't really have anything to say at all, right?
Yeah.
PC gaming, neither one of us are really PC gamers, minus Fire Pro, and that hardly even counts as PC gaming.
What is it on a PC?
It is on a PC. It is PC gaming, but yes. So yeah, nothing really. We've got these notes from r/gaming here, which are like extremely well detailed notes of all of these different conferences. Yeah. But there was really nothing on the PC gaming that really stuck out to me. So whatever. Ubisoft. What happened at Ubisoft that you were into?
So, Trials Rising. So Trials Fusion was the next gen release of a Trials game that has been made for it. How long have the Trials games been going?
They've been around for a little while now. I mean, it's not like they've been around for like 25 years or nothing like that.
I know. I know it like was on Xbox 360. I know they had a game on there. I think it's still a little while.
I think this current gen and like the gen before is really all that I recognize Trials from.
But Trials Rising, they announced. Okay. And that happens in 2019, and it now has up to 8. So does it say on there?
It does not on here. No.
It has up to 8 players now that you can race online with, which is really cool. So I think that's why PSN or PS Plus now has Trials Fusion on there.
So Trials Fusion for the Xbox One was one of the first games that we bought for that console. Yeah. Just because after we bought it, we had like the main. I remember Mortal Kombat was kind of the tipping point for me buying an Xbox One. I bought it like a week before Mortal Kombat came out. And then we were just looking for like a couple other cheap games. And Trials Fusion was one that we picked up because it had been out for a little while at that point, and it was a cheap game.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a really fun game.
It is very fun. I want to play it again.
But not a whole lot of replay value to it. Like, I can play for a couple races, and then I'm like,
I know there is more, but we just did the same exact thing over and over again. There's the, like, create stuff. There's online. Yeah. There's lots of things you can do. We just never did that stuff.
Okay.
We always just played that cat on a unicorn and butt scooted up hills.
You're right. That pretty much sums it up. But it was a fun game, so I didn't know that was a new one. I'd like to check out a new one. There's all kinds of Trials games on iOS, in case you weren't aware of that. Lane is now an iPhone user. So.
I don't think that is Trial. I don't think that is the company that actually makes Trials. I think that's like how Rules of Survival is not Epic, but it's like the same exact thing.
Okay. I've had Trials games on my phone that are like they're exactly like Trials Fusion.
But I know that it is not the same company.
Gotcha.
But the Division 2, that actually looks kind of good.
Yeah, I never put any time into the Division, but I thought it looked kind of like a cool game.
Yep.
So Division 2, same old thing, just part 2, basically.
It's supposed to be, because of the first game, the base game was really bad. And then they added a bunch of DLC.
Oh, imagine
and once you bought all that DLC, it actually was a pretty good game. So they've said that this game is mostly...
2, they're going to give you nothing, and you got to buy the rest of it.
No, they're saying that this is what the first game should have been without any DLC.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like, if the DLC wasn't there and all of those things were still in the game, that's what this is. And they are adding raids. 8-player raids.
Okay.
So, it's cool down. I think there is one more thing. The Crew 2. I know you played that, right?
Yeah, so my buddy Taggart got me a beta key for the Crew 2. I liked the Crew 1. Like, it's nowhere, like, even in, like, my top probably 30 racing games of all times. Probably nowhere even near that. But I'm a huge racing game fan, so, like, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I mean, it was an alright game, I thought. And then I kept hearing, like, that part 2, like that they've really improved it, and like so I kind of got excited about it because there's really not a good racing game for the PS4, and but I got the beta for it and I played it. I didn't put a lot of time into it, but I put enough time into it to where I was like, this isn't all that fun. And
it looks kind of cool because you can play on like air, water.
Yeah. My problem was, and maybe it was just because like it was the beginning of the game and like I didn't have good stats or good cars or something, but like I just couldn't drive it well. And I'm very good at racing games. Like I'm good at all of them.
Yeah, you
like,
are.
But like I picked this game up and like I just can't control stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure.
But also Assassin's Creed Odyssey. There wasn't. It looked very promising, even though they were trying to say that, they with what the heck was it called? What was the last game called? The Egypt one.
Oh, I don't know. I don't keep up with Assassin's Creed.
The Egypt one. That's what we're gonna call
Assassin's Creed
Origins.
The Egypt one.
Yeah, Origins.
Okay.
But they were saying that was going to be that Origins was the farthest back the Assassin's Creed were ever gonna go.
Okay.
And then they announced this, which is farther back than that. So that was funny. And
okay.
What was actually really cool is now you can now play as a female in the whole entire game. So you can choose either a male or a female, and you play either one of those two the whole entire game.
Gotcha.
So that was a big one.
All right. So that's kind of it for Ubisoft, right?
Yeah.
Anything new for Rainbow Six? Just out of curiosity, or did they?
I know they
Rainbow Six Siege. Didn't they announce Siege 2 or something?
No.
Or am I wrong about
now? 35 million players, which is really cool, and esports is new.
I keep meaning to check out Siege. It's ridiculous that I have not.
We have the game.
I know we do. We have it on the Xbox, but I'd rather play it on the PS4 now that I got the PS4. But
why? Do people just have it on the PS4 that you want to play it?
I'm not sure where my friends have it, but most of my friends are on PS4.
I haven't played it in a little while because we had like internet problems.
Yeah.
And it would kick you out the game if you had like really bad internet.
Yeah.
Because it didn't want to make
other
people's
all
game
hardwired
ruined.
there now, so you should be.
But
good.
I just haven't played it. I just haven't gotten to it.
Because I remember you bought the game. You got a good deal on it, digital on the Xbox, but
I just got so annoyed because I didn't want to play. I didn't want to play it if every single game I go into I lag and I can't play the like that's absurd that it kicks you out the game just because you have bad internet. Like you should still be allowed to play.
I mean, yeah, but you don't want to.
You can
ruin
still do
everybody
something.
else's experience. All right, so that's it for Ubisoft. So let's see. We'll pair Ubisoft with Sony.
Yeah.
We'll pair some other ones up.
Microsoft and Bethesda want to be together.
Microsoft and Bethesda. So we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Nintendo. We ain't got much to say about EA.
Yeah.
Square Enix. Ubisoft we just did,
We
right?
just did, yeah.
I thought I clicked X on that. Did I not?
No, you did not.
Square Enix, do you want to run through this real quick and then we'll dive into Sony?
So, Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Okay.
Looks really good.
Yeah, I think they're doing a really good job with these Tomb Raider games right now. They're really cool.
It's supposed to be like...
But this one wasn't... I mean, we already had plenty of information about this game coming into E3,
did.
right?
Yeah, we already had a release date. It's already known.
Yeah, okay.
But they showed more gameplay, and they showed a gameplay trailer, and they showed a new story trailer, which is mostly just she finds out more, and she becomes more Tomb Raider. She becomes the most Tomb Raider that she's been. I think one of the guys that made the game was talking on IGN or something like that and said that this is where she becomes the Tomb Raider. So that's pretty bad that it took them 3 games to actually become the Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Are those coming out yearly at this point? Is that?
No.
No?
Rise of the Tomb Raider came out 2 years ago, 2015, 2016.
Okay.
Like that.
Final Fantasy, I mean, you and I have never really put any time into Final Fantasy. I played a decent amount of Final Fantasy 7 back in the day, but I mean, that's been so long ago. I've never kept up with them at all. Dragon Quest also, I've always thought Dragon Quest looked really cool, but just
that's actually
never got into
this
it.
one. I was just watching something earlier that said that this game is regards does not have anything to do with anything in the old game. So you could legit just play that game and you would have no problem. There are some Easter eggs that old fans would get and
Yeah.
stuff like that. That's it.
Gotcha. What
Just
else?
Cause
Anything else
4.
from Square Enix? I think maybe their biggest one was Kingdom Hearts. I mean, is that
Yes.
kind of...
Probably.
I mean, at least out of the things... I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game, but they do look really cool.
Yeah.
I've heard
With the
nothing but
Disney
good
stuff like
things
that.
about them, so... This
And
one
they
is
showed a
cool.
lot. They
'cause-
showed a lot this year.
Okay. And it says on the notes that we've got here, this was already known, but I did not know this, that it was coming to Xbox and PS4 also. Or coming... it's always been on Sony.
Okay.
I didn't know it was
They
coming to Xbox.
announced at Microsoft that it was coming out for Xbox.
Okay.
So then that is already known because
Okay.
Square Enix was after Microsoft.
Okay, gotcha.
So
So that's cool that it's coming out to Xbox.
Yeah.
That's a good thing for Xbox.
yeah.
But yeah, those games look fun. So I do
Just
kind of want
Cause
to check
4
that out.
looks really good.
Anything
With the big,
else?
huge freaking tornado. That looked good.
Okay. Is that the
Yeah.
gist of Square Enix then?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do Sony. I know you feel like there's not really anything to talk about, and I mean I don't
I'm
really,
really disappointed
disagree
in
with
Sony.
you. Yeah, because I mean, like I
You
was
don't
saying, like
disagree with me?
no, I do just I agree with you,
You
that
agree with
there's
me,
yeah.
okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I was looking forward to it because one cool thing about E3 for us this year was that we with the exception of PC gaming, because we don't have a PC that's strong enough to play these current gen games like this.
Yeah.
But other than that, for all the consoles, like we now have all 3 of them.
So that's why
Which, you
I
know-
paid attention a lot more.
Yeah, so it was cool to where, like, you know, basically no matter what game they announced, we have the console for it, which, you know, it doesn't make us special or nothing. Plenty of people have that, but still, just as a fan point of view, it was fun to know that, like, oh, I can play that, I can play that, I can play that. So that was cool. But Sony was one that I was looking forward to because of us just getting a PS4 most recently. But I mean, there wasn't much
So
going on.
they did show more of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
They showed Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
Okay, do you know the premise of Kingdom Hearts?
I mean, no, not really. No.
So it's just this like regular like kind of like anime kind of guy.
Yeah.
And then Disney.
Yeah.
Disney comes in.
Yeah, I mean, I know
and
that,
it's
yeah.
That kind of attack, like that kind of game.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it really cool.
It's Final Fantasy with
Disney.
Final Fantasy style gameplay with Disney. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
That's the extent of what I know. But
Okay.
yeah.
That's mostly the premise.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah. I gotcha.
So the
Lots of stuff on the Spider-Man game. That game does look really cool.
yes.
Is that PS4 exclusive?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
that
that
comes
game
out in
does look-
September, and me and Tyler are buying it day of.
Yeah.
We've decided that.
That's. I mean, it's just Batman. It's the most current Batman games, but Spider-Man instead. I mean,
It's made by the same people that made Sunset Overdrive, which is
Okay.
an amazing game.
Yeah, I
So
know
that's
you
why I
love
have
that
really
game.
high hopes about it.
Okay.
And also, it looks amazing.
yeah, it does for sure.
Yeah.
I'm usually superhero games aren't quite my thing, but
Yeah.
I did love the Batman games. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not as big of a Spider-Man fan
People
as
were
I am
hoping
a
for
Batman fan.
Yeah. People were hoping for a new Batman game, and we didn't get it. 'Cause
Yeah.
that
That's
would've-
all right.
that
They
would've
need to
been
they
really
need to take a break from the Batman games because now they've kind of all just
There's
become
nobody
the same
who can
thing.
find those Riddler trophies.
That's right. So I don't know. They need to switch it up a little bit because I feel like they've just made the same game the last couple of times.
So,
but
one-
Spider-Man does look
like,
cool.
one of the best things for Sony was a game that Rick and Morty are working on, which is, I think, is really sad.
What the heck do you mean that Rick and Morty is working on?
So, Squanch, whatever it is,
Squanchy?
Squanch Productions. That's their like video, like, you know, the Rick and Morty VR thing.
Yeah.
Like, they made that.
Okay.
So it's this like platformer with Rick and Morty voice acting and their kind of humor. Doesn't that sound like a really good game?
I mean, yeah.
You need to look at the trailer. It's
Okay.
really, really funny.
All right, I'll check that one out.
But also Ghost of Tsushima. I don't think I am saying that right.
Tsushima.
It's a Japanese game,
Okay.
and it looks really freaking good.
I am really wanting to check out the. I'm probably also mispronouncing it. I wish I had it in front of me because then I would pronounce it right, but I'm gonna probably botch it by just saying it out loud. But It's called like Yakuza. Oh, I hate that I can't pronounce it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
it's not the thing that you showed me.
It looks like Shenmue is what it looks like. It's made by Sega, and it's the same like Japanese like open world type stuff, and like everything I keep reading about is saying like that it's so good. I really want to check them out. There's like one of them that's on the PlayStation Store that's like $20. I was thinking about checking it out.
I just saw a video of it. Was like the most coolest things that happened at E3. It was when they announced the PlayStation 1, and this was right when it was either Sega or something like that like just came out, and they announced that it was $3.99.
Yeah.
And do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
And then Sony, one guy came out, and because they were having a what's it called? Like a debut,
like a feud.
Yeah, like a feud.
Yeah.
One guy came out, walked up, like shuffled a couple papers and said $2.99, and just walked off the stage. That's amazing. Like I would, if Sony would have done that now, that would have been amazing.
Right. Nothing hardware this year at all, right? I mean, from any of them, none of them.
Well, no.
Did Xbox? Did they announce a price drop on the?
I didn't hear anything
because that was one of the rumors that was going to happen. I don't know if that happened.
Okay, Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah,
the game looks really good. I know, like Dorothy played The Last of Us and looked really good. I would like to play that.
Yeah, I would too.
But
is that PS4 exclusive?
Yes.
Okay.
But what's really annoying is that the Jesse and Nina love interest thing, which is really annoying because in the first game, I haven't played it. I just know that they did have a love interest, and now everybody's like blowing up about it because it's like lesbian stuff, and it's really annoying.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
People are mad that.
No, they're just like all confused.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a game I'd like to check out. That's pretty close to the top of the list of games.
That's what they opened with for some reason.
I wonder if Taggart has Last of Us, and we could borrow that off of him.
I know.
I think maybe
Joe does. Joe does. They have the remastered one for PS4. They'll let you borrow it.
We gotta borrow that from somebody. I would like to play that. I'd like to put some time.
They'll definitely let you borrow it.
So Sony, okay, but. I don't know. I think everything at E3 was kind of subpar this year, so I'm not mad at Sony for
not everything.
Not
Microsoft
really
was good, but we'll get into that.
All right. So that's Sony and some of the other.
I think there might have been one. There was Spider-Man that was really good. Keep scrolling down. I think there was like one more thing.
I think I did scroll all the way through. Yeah.
Go up. You scrolled really freaking fast. Death Stranding. Have you seen Death Stranding?
No, I have
So
not.
Death Stranding is that Norman Reedus game.
Okay.
And it looked really cool when they announced it, and now it looks really stupid because he's just a delivery man, which what the game looks like, and it's really stupid.
Okay, cool.
Trover Saves the Universe from the creator of Rick and Morty, Justin Roiland.
Okay, gotcha.
It's PSVR, which is kind of sad, but it looked really good.
Well, alrighty.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for Sony and a couple of them other guys.
Did we say stuff? Did we say anything about Resident Evil 2?
Oh no, we did not.
Oh, okay.
No, sorry, we did not.
So
that is not all. One more thing, as Steve Jobs would say. Go ahead.
So, Resident Evil 2 remastered.
Yeah.
I actually blew up about this for some reason. I was watched it upstairs. I saw that it was. Because originally the trailer started off and like the camera was like on this rat, just like going over places. Like there was this like policeman that came in and like
I need to see this because I haven't saw.
And then I immediately thought, oh, it's Rat Simulator. And then like a thing knocked over onto it and killed it. And then you get a pan shot and it's a rat. So I thought that was hilarious.
Okay.
So then right afterwards we see that it's a zombie. Eating the guard, the policeman.
Yeah.
And then you got that one guy who's do you know the guy's name in Resident Evil?
I don't remember now.
He just like shoots a zombie and then thing turns and you see it in his face. For some reason I blew up.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just know that was I knew that was Resident Evil the second I saw it. And then they saw the mansion. I was for sure it was that. Because
have you ever played the game before?
No, but I know that it's the one where you're going down the hallway and the dog jumps into the window. So
yeah, I don't think anything in a video game has ever scared me more than that moment. Yeah, like during my
and that was when it was like that kind of like that was when horror games like got big.
They're kind of just getting started at that point. Like, Resident Evil was really a good game, but then it was just like Tony Hawk. It was like the first one was really good, like a really good way to like get started. But then the second game was where they like kind of perfected it almost. Yeah. Like during my high school years, like I played a lot of Gran Turismo and a lot of Tony Hawk, but one that I kind of don't really even really talk about as much as the other ones was Resident Evil. Like me and one of my old buddies, Mark. I remember me and him just, oh my god! I mean, we played through the games.
That would be an awesome game for me and you to play.
It was so much fun, and I remember sitting when I was still living at my mom's house. I remember sitting in my room with all the lights turned off. It was probably 3 or 4 in the morning, and I was playing Resident Evil, and that was the walking down the hallway thing. And I remember I jumped so crazy in that. So I am interested.
And it's not just zombies. That's what the old games were. It was zombie dogs, which was crazy, and like those like these actual like kind of demon kind of things.
Yeah, it was such a good game, and I mean, it really was just legitimately scary. It was a very, very cool game.
I wanna play it once it comes out. It comes out in January, so not too far away.
Yeah.
I feel like
everything is getting re-releases and remastered HDs and everything. So like, it's not a surprise that
this kind of was a surprise because I had no idea that was going to happen at all.
Gotcha. I was hoping to get some Shenmue 1 and 2 remaster at Sony or something like that, but Shenmue was not represented at E3 at all this year, so that kind of sucks. All right, so I think
they had time to fill in a guy playing a banjo and a guy that's playing this big, huge freaking flute.
All right. What was that for?
It was supposed to be like there's all these creativity, and before the Ghost game, the Japan guy, that game.
Okay.
Yeah. The guy played the flute. There's lots of memes about that. And then before The Last of Us, the guy played the banjo.
All right.
It was so weird.
All right, that's Sony and whoever else we just talked about. What do you want to talk about next? You want to do Nintendo next, or you want to say Nintendo for
last? Not E3. We'll do EA next.
We'll do EA. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yep. I don't want to do Nintendo before freaking EA or right after Sony. Nintendo had a lot of big things, and I want to talk about that maybe in between.
So you want to save Nintendo for last?
Yes.
Okay. So then in this one, we will do
EA. Just EA. Just do 5 minutes EA. That's it.
No, we'll do EA because we're doing 1, 2, 3 segments. So we'll do EA and Microsoft. And then we could even do Bethesda, EA, and Microsoft. And then do Nintendo as its own at the end.
Or we could do EA and Bethesda and Microsoft and Nintendo.
No, I want there to be 3 segments of the 3 big consoles.
Oh, okay.
So either pair EA with Microsoft or Bethesda with Microsoft, or which one? Or we
Bethesda
can do
with
both
Microsoft.
of these with Microsoft and then do just Nintendo at the end.
Just do EA, Bethesda, and Microsoft. And EA will be quick, so that won't really matter. And then Nintendo by itself.
All right.
Even though Microsoft will be a little bit longer because there is a lot that I would like to talk about Microsoft. And then there's also a lot that I need to talk about Nintendo also.
All right, ready?
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna do Microsoft next. We'll save Nintendo as the main event, I guess it would be.
Yes.
We'll throw the rest of the conferences in with this segment, so we'll get to Microsoft here in just a second.
So we're going to start off with EA.
Start off with EA.
Sadly, that we actually have to talk about EA.
I don't want to talk about EA in the least bit. There's nothing I want to talk about.
We're going to talk about it, though, because there's
you go right ahead,
2 things.
I despise EA, and I don't want to give them any of my time.
Battlefield 5.
Cool.
Thanks. So that's going to have... like battle royale kind of thing, which wasn't that shocking. You do want to talk about that? No,
I don't. I'm done with EA. I've been done with EA for a decade, and
game
now
looks
it's just
game looks really good. Battlefield 5.
Cool.
Not gonna buy it, but it does look good.
Okay.
There is this new Jedi game. Go back up. It's right there. Yeah. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and you will have a lightsaber. So, not that crazy. They didn't show really anything about it. Holiday of 2019, so that's far away. Unravel 2. I've started to play Unravel again because of it. So,
I liked Unravel. I didn't put enough time into it. God, I say that about every freaking game there is. It was a very cool game, and it's a shame that it's put out by EA. I wish any other company in the world would put it out.
Yeah.
A Way Out, is that the one? Is that the jail one?
Yes,
that's the one that I'm supposed to be borrowing.
Yes, it is.
See, now I don't care about it because I didn't know it was EA.
But you've heard not bad things about it at all.
Yeah.
So,
but if I borrow it from somebody, then I'm not giving EA money, so that's okay.
Correct. And also, there was no.
Oh my God! This just in, EA is releasing a new Madden game. Oh my God! Anything else?
I hate you so much.
Yeah.
Anthem.
I wonder how loud that got on.
That's probably. Oh my goodness! It echoed everywhere.
Good. Anthem looked cool, but screw EA.
It's mostly just
no Skate 4. So there's a rumor. There's another video game thing coming up in like a week. What's coming up in a week? Is it like CES or something? I hope that didn't just unplug or something.
I don't think it did. Oh, it did.
Some other con is coming up or whatever. And there's a pretty strong rumor that they're going to release Skate 4 details at that. Do you think that's going to happen?
I don't even know anymore.
I don't think so.
But
did you say there was a new skateboard game that there was announced
this year? Yes, I told you about that.
Who is it? Who's making it?
I have no idea. It's called Session.
Okay. Did it look cool?
Yeah. Originally, I thought it looked like... They didn't show any gameplay, but it did look like Tony Hawk because I got kind of mad because I thought that you were going to miss an announcement for Tony Hawk. Yeah. I was like, oh no, Dad.
That would have sucked. So we're thinking it's more Tony Hawk-ish than Skate-ish, more arcade versus...
We have no idea.
Okay.
I was focused on if it was Tony Hawk or not. I was not looking at anything else.
Okay.
But Anthem, it was really funny because there was lots of memes how they said there would be no loot boxes, no gameplay-related microtransactions, and there will be no buy to gain experience or anything like that. Everybody's saying, okay, so that means there will be loot boxes, gameplay microtransactions, and way to buy to do all of this thing.
Well, EA said the same thing about maybe it was Battlefield. Don't quote me on that one, but I'm pretty sure it was Battlefield. They were like, there is no loot boxes. Yeah, here it is. There is no loot boxes, but they just like named it something else. Like instead of loot boxes, it's called like drop shipment. I don't remember the exact term, but it's like they still have them. It's still the same thing. They're just trying to.
I think when they're
just trying to get away from the term loot box.
It might be
so that people like me don't hate them as much.
This like drop ships or whatever. It might be you can't buy anything to be.
No, you could. It was you could still buy them. Yeah, it's just they
might not be cosmetic though.
I don't know.
You never know.
I don't read anything that EA says anymore. I hope that they die a slow, painful death.
That's nice.
So screw EA. Go away. All right. Bethesda?
Yes.
Bethesda's a big one.
Yes.
So Bethesda, give us the rundown on Bethesda.
Rage 2.
Yep.
Okay, first of all,
Andrew WK.
Bethesda did not open up with a great part with
Bethesda had Andrew WK. Screw him.
Everybody in the audience was like, okay, this is...
Yeah, I mean,
he plays good music,
he's not
but it's
terrible.
like, okay, cool. This is not what we're here for.
Yeah.
The game looked really, really good.
Yeah.
So
why I feel like people are really into this Rage 2 thing, but I don't really feel like were people really into Rage 1? Like that wasn't a big deal, was it?
So. I think it was because it was one of Bethesda's things that wasn't Doom or Elder Scrolls, so it was a bigger one.
Yeah,
it was that open world shooter stuff like that. It looks really, really cool.
Okay. Like I mean, what I've seen on I don't know, Rage 2 sounds cool.
It does look.
I'm just a little. I was just a little confused by it because I didn't feel like people were that into the first one, so I was a little surprised seeing 2 get as much press as it did.
Elder Scrolls Online doesn't really matter. Doom Eternal.
So that's a new Doom game.
That is a new Doom game.
Right.
And it has 2 times as many enemies as Doom 2016, which is what we have.
Do we have that game?
Yes.
What do we have? We have that on Xbox?
Yes. That is a fantastic game.
Yeah, I need to play that one.
I love that game. It's being debuted at QuakeCon this August. Also, Quake Champions Esports.
Yeah. Welcome to 1996. People playing Quake still.
Don't worry. So you know how I was talking with you about esports when the Fortnite thing was happening. You know what I was talking to you about, how it was so cool seeing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Bethesda said something about how, like, you know, esports is getting really big right now, and everybody thinks that this is what, like, right now esports is starting and it's getting big. But 20 years ago, we started Quake tournaments with esports, and that's when esports actually started. It might have been for $20 prize pools instead of $1 million prize pools.
Yeah.
But
QuakeCon's been going on forever.
Quake started esports.
Yeah.
But Prey looks really cool. They have like a hide and seek kind of thing that looks really scary. Because it's like, have you seen Prey?
Not really.
It's mostly just like these little monster things can like hide as regular day objects. So hide and seek, and you're trying to find them, and those like can be a jump scare because 5 people are playing the little monster, and they can just hide as these objects, and when they like press on them, they just like jump scare you and kill you.
Gotcha.
It's freaking crazy.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Skyrim's coming out on Alexa. That was really funny. That was a funny skit. You showed me that one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Me and Tyler were dying when we saw that.
That was really fun.
It was hilarious.
Fortnite's becoming the same way. It's available on every device known to man.
Yeah.
All right, so the main event of Bethesda, Fallout 76.
Yes.
Looks open world
amazing.
Fallout game. Does look really cool.
Online.
I know my buddy Smoothie is like, he's really into Fallout. Like, I feel like me and a couple of my friends have been like really into Elder Scrolls instead of Fallout. I feel like Smoothie's kind of the other way around. He's kind of Fallout over Elder Scrolls.
Me and you were pretty excited about Fallout 4.
Yeah. I mean, I put a good amount of time into Fallout 3. I put a good amount of time into Fallout New Vegas. But then Fallout 4 came out, and I didn't.
Yeah, Tyler put more time into that.
Yeah, and knowing that this is a big open world game is kind of even more.
And
online. Yeah, online is kind of.
But it
makes it even more daunting. So I don't know that I'll ever even play it.
It is a big open world, like big actual world.
Yeah.
But there's not going to be that many people in an actual world.
Yeah.
Like he said that. I can't think of the guy's name, but he's like the greatest man of all time.
Todd
Howard.
Yes.
Greatest man of all time. I love this guy.
He's the Steve Jobs of E3 press conferences. He does the best job.
Yes. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He always announced he's great at doing it also.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Steve Jobs was great at the iPhone conferences, and he does the best at the E3 conferences. Yeah.
And he said that only a couple dozen players, actual people, will be in a server at a time. So you will not be in a server with millions of people. You will there will be millions of servers. There will not be one server.
Okay.
Which is super cool. And those nukes, which is awesome. Yeah. You can just find these nuke sites and just boom, there you go. All your town's dead.
Right on. Yeah, that looks like a cool game. We might want to check that one out. Fallout Shelter coming to PS4 and Switch.
It is on PS4 and Switch. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah.
But I have it on my phone. I forgot how much I love Fallout Shelter.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool game.
And it makes me actually feel like this year has made me feel old because this year they announced a couple of things. I was like, oh, it's the 3-year anniversary. Oh, it's this how many year anniversaries. Yeah. And I was like, I remember that freaking yesterday.
Yeah.
So like Fallout Shelter, that was 3-year anniversary this year.
That's crazy.
So because they came out because Fallout 4 was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Oh, excuse me, I keep yawning. I'm sorry.
Elder Scrolls Blades.
Elder Scrolls Blades.
Mobile game.
Yeah.
Looks kind of good. You can play it in a meeting. That was a funny part of it.
So Starfield is their new title that's coming out. Coming next gen. So that's not even coming out for this gen. Jesus, that's like a crazy, like...
That means it's going to be a crazy game.
I mean, that means, like, that could still be 5 years away. I mean, we're not that far away from
they're not
next
saying... They mean next gen meaning in quality and that kind of stuff. So, yes, because Xbox One and
I would
PS4...
I would say
next
that
year they're probably going to announce a new console. And that's going to be next gen. Next year will be next gen.
But we're still... No, we're coming up on where announcements will start to happen for like the PS5, but we're still like 3 years away from it actually coming out. So
that's not what happened when they announced PS4 and Xbox One. It came out same year.
No,
it came out they announced it at E3 and it came out in November.
No, I mean the Xbox One was named Project Scorpio or whatever
that's Xbox One S. That was not the actual Xbox One.
Well, then there was another Project whatever name.
Yes, Project Scorpio, which was rumored.
We're still at least 2 or 3 years away from new generation consoles coming out. Next generation.
They said they said what's happening next year, and then whoa, super exciting! Elder Scrolls 6.
Which also says coming next gen.
Yeah, so that was what's happening next after Starfield. So 2020, 2021.
So basically, we're not going to even get an Elder Scrolls game for this gen.
No.
Because Skyrim came out for 360 and PS3.
Yeah.
So
and then they remastered it. And then put it on everything, even Alexa.
So no actual new Elder Scrolls title for this gen at all. That's disappointing. That's hugely disappointing.
But to be honest, if they're going to make this game, they're not going... Because then it's just another Skyrim. Because they remastered it on Xbox One. So they're not going to make...
I want a new game.
Yeah, I know. But because they remastered it, if they make another Elder Scrolls, that's just... Now we mostly have 2 Elder Scrolls games that look the same because that's as far as it's able to go on this generation.
Oh, whatever. They could still...
That makes sense,
still plenty that they could do with a new game, though. But whatever. I don't know. That sucks. That's bad news to me.
Reddit...
Starfield sounds cool, too, and that's also kind of a bummer that it's not until then.
Yeah, but this says overall Bethesda wins E3 so far, that was when Bethesda actually happened. I think Bethesda won. Besides Nintendo. Nintendo, we still got to get to that.
We're supposed to save that for the end. And again, I'm sorry I'm yawning.
But also,
that's it for Bethesda, right?
Yes.
Good job, Bethesda. Bethesda always delivers very well.
And Todd Howard is awesome.
They do a really great job, for sure. So good job, Bethesda. All right, so let's get into Microsoft. Microsoft, for the last couple years, has really been the only one that we, had the console for. Yeah. So we've always kept up with Microsoft. And I don't care how bad Microsoft does in sales as compared to the PlayStation. I love our Xbox One, and I think it is a fantastic console. And it's a shame that it has got crapped on the way that it has. I think it's a great console. And even since we've got our PS4, there's been so many things where I'm like, I like the Xbox better. I have talked nothing but crap about the Xbox UI for the last 2 or 3 years.
But to be honest, you have not done enough on the PS4 and bought enough games to see what the PS4
I don't like the PS4's UI. I think it's terrible. You can't customize it. I'm saying that I like the Xbox One better than the PlayStation One. I feel like there's much more customization. I feel like it's easier to find things. And I didn't think that was going to be the case once I bought a PS4 because I kept hearing about how terrible the UI is for Xbox, how great it is for the PS4.
And how awful you have kept talking crap about the UI for Xbox.
But here I am now, and I think PlayStation has the worst UI out of all of them. So, whatever. Just personal preference.
Microsoft started off with Halo Infinite. Okay. The new Halo game starts directly after Halo 5.
Okay.
Not directly after. It starts after Halo 5.
Yeah.
And
but we know
on Master Chief.
But that's all.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, what's it do?
Looks like it's going to be kind of open world kind of game, which will be kind of cool. We have Oi Will of the Wisp. I wanted to play the first one, but I hadn't gotten into big, like not big video games. It's like a platformer kind of game that like looks really cool. But by that time when the first one came out, I wasn't that big into playing video games a lot.
Okay.
That makes sense because it took me a couple months once we got the Xbox to get the couple games that I've played for years now. So yeah.
All right. What else? Crackdown 3.
Yeah. Fallout. They showed the same exact thing. 4 times size of Fallout 4. We forgot to say about that, and it's a prequel to all the other Fallout games.
Yeah.
Crackdown 3 looked really good. February 2019. Metro Exodus comes out February 22nd, along with Days Gone and Anthem, which is really weird. I think they should change some of the release dates to those because it's going to be so hard for people to know what to buy when all 3 of those games that look really good all come out on the same exact day. Like, what are you supposed to do there? Spend $180 on 3 games on the same exact day? Like, come on, people.
I guess what they want. So then Kingdom Hearts 3 will be out for the Xbox. So that's cool that they're getting that.
Frozen, Tangled, Wreck-It Ralph, Hercules, Toy Story, and Monsters, Inc. So that looks really good.
So I mean that's just a good positive for Xbox because they for sure don't have
first time ever on Xbox.
They don't have a lot of exclusive stuff. So it's good to see that Microsoft is getting stuff that was a Sony exclusive at one point.
Yeah, they announced 18 exclusives.
Yeah, I know they're all about the exclusives now. They've been talking about all these little indie studios that they're buying up and stuff that's going to make it to where side note, like the Game Pass, for one thing, the Game Pass, you can get a month of it for $1 right now. It's a special they got going.
I actually want to like
E3.
Get the
so
Game Pass.
now we're talking like here in the foreseeable future, like the new Forza game, Forza Horizon 4, which we'll get to here in a minute.
Yeah,
like that's a part of the Game Pass now because of the way that they do.
There's a lot of games
exclusive stuff,
like Sea of Thieves. There's a lot of games that you can get for the Game Pass.
So, but the new Halo game will be on there.
Yeah,
the new
Crackdown 3 will be on there.
The new Forza games going forward, like Forza Motorsport and Horizon, will both
be a part of it. 2. Like, there's so many games that you can get with the Game Pass.
And and again, that's something Sony doesn't have. You know, that's
like I feel like at the beginning we were kind of talking crap about it because it didn't look
there's not a great library of games. I mean, it still has just a bunch of old turds that like just show up everywhere.
Did you not just hear what I just said?
Yeah.
Like those games are really good that are already on it right now that we could legit buy and download right now.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you can buy an Xbox and you can buy the Game Pass for a month, or not a month, but just you can do the Game Pass.
You buy Gold
and you can do
and Game Pass.
Gold and Game Pass, and maybe even like EA Access. Although I hate EA.
Did you cancel EA Access?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah. But I mean, you can do those things and like not spend too much money a month and like just have an insane access to like all these games and have like a huge library. And it's not that easy to do that on the PlayStation. I think that's something the Xbox really does have going for it that, I don't know, people just don't care about because still the PS4 is the big dog out there. Anyway.
Yep.
Kingdom Hearts 3, cool that Xbox is getting it. Sea of Thieves, that's already
trailer,
out. New DLC, who cares? All right, Forza Horizon 4.
Yes.
There wasn't a whole lot that I really cared about this year.
Xbox Game Pass, same day.
Yeah, that's super cool. So Forza is always one that I look forward to because I don't keep up with it like I used to. But that's one that I know that I do want to see. Although I'm a little disappointed in them releasing them yearly at this point, although it's kind of every other year because they release Motorsport one year and they release Horizon the next year.
And because of Motorsport 7, you weren't exactly excited about that. Yeah. You might just start buying Horizon, so it will be every other year. So that might make you a little bit happier.
I'll get Motorsport 7 eventually. Like, it's probably cheap by now. And I still want to support them because I do like their games and they deserve my money. But 7 was a very lazy game.
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 4... all the rumors were wrong, and I mean that's why you can't always trust all the rumors that you read going up to E3.
The rumors of E3 this year, if they would have actually like gone through with what would have happened, E3 would have been freaking amazing. Yeah. There was so many really good rumors.
So much stuff that didn't happen.
Yeah.
My biggest disappointment is Forza Horizon 4 because all of the rumors were, and of course they were all really strong rumors that, you know, isn't just some random person. It's like, we've actually figured this out, which obviously doesn't mean anything. But the rumor was that it was going to take place in Japan. And the thought of playing a Horizon game in Japan with all the cool lights and everything that makes Japan look just crazy, like that would be so much fun driving through that area. And it was not that. Instead, it is Great Britain, and there's a bunch of back roads and dirt roads, and that's not as exciting to me.
But I feel like if they would have done Japan, they would do that for like motorsport, which still wouldn't make sense.
No, because motorsport
if they would have
like
done it with
Horizon,
tracks. It would just mostly be road. In Japan, though, isn't a lot besides like.
I feel like it would be with
like that's it.
I feel like it would almost feel more like a Need for Speed game if it was in Japan, which is cool. Like, I mean, because
they don't want Need for Speed. They want Forza.
Yeah, I gotcha. But I would rather drive through Japan than I would rather drive through Great Britain.
But I feel like doesn't look as I feel like it would have been half of the game than it would have been if it would have been in Britain because
possibly
of the setting in Japan.
I mean, it looks awesome. I mean, the selling point on this one is there's the different seasons that you can go through, which is kind of getting boring at this point. It's like, now we have rain. Now we have rain during the night. Now we have seasons, and that's like their new. That's their new yearly thing.
You could have summer, which it's not yearly. I think it changes like every month or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's like you could have summer and the water is open.
Yeah.
Like you can't do anything on the water or anything.
Yeah.
And then you get into winter and you could drive on the water and everything because it's all frozen, which is super cool.
Yeah.
So, and then there's leaves everywhere.
I'll for sure be getting the game. I'm
spring, there'll be a bunch of puddles and everywhere, so it'll be really slippery.
Yeah. Different events based on seasons. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I am.
What else?
Anything else?
The Microsoft Studios stuff.
Yeah, so they purchased like a bunch of different five different Playground, who makes Forza, is one of the ones that they've bought now.
Undead Labs out of State of Decay. The Initiative, which is Microsoft made that one. That hasn't been a developer or anything like that. So they've made with different people that studio.
Yeah.
Ninja Theory, which is the Hellblade games.
Okay.
And Compulsion Games, We Happy Few, which I'm really excited. Like, that game looks really good. Like, have you seen We Happy Few?
No, I don't. All of the words that you just said are words
it's
that
like
I don't
a really
know anything about.
Dark game, and it's like they all wear these masks that make them smile because everybody's all sad and everything, so they have to wear these masks to make sure that they smile and stuff.
Gotcha.
And it's like a first person, like kind of not fighting. It's just like a combat kind of game.
PUBG. Nobody cares about PUBG. We'll talk about Fortnite and Nintendo.
PUBG's good.
That's about. I mean, that's really it, right? Here's Session. They did show a trailer, but you said it didn't show any gameplay.
Yeah.
Skateboarding game reminiscent of Skate is what the notes say here. So more of a realistic thing than like a
Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah, I've still never played any of those games.
And Cuphead and the Delicious Last Course. It's a DLC, and it looks really, really good.
Yeah, that's cool. Cuphead's a very cool game.
Yes. Jump Force. That was good. Battletoads.
Yeah, new Battletoads.
So, completely new.
3-player couch co-op. That's
cool. So, it was really funny because in the trailer, it was like, and you know that one day they will need the 3 of you. And, like, the 3, like, had a question mark because, like, 3 is such a weird number for, like, a couch co-op game.
Right.
So, it's, like, 3. And then there was, like, the little rock and the vehicle hit it. And it was the second that happened, I was like, holy crap, it's actually Battletoads.
Yeah, because wasn't Rare one of the ones that Microsoft bought?
Well, Rare was
or teamed with or whatever they did.
they've had Rare made Sea of Thieves. Rare had the
Okay.
Rare replay, so they already had Rare for a little while now.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, I loved Battletoads as a kid. I mean, as far as like old 8-bit Nintendo, I guess maybe even to like
I loved
Super
it on
Nintendos.
the Rare replay. That was really fun.
Battletoads was I distinctly remember going to the video store and renting Battletoads for the Nintendo multiple times.
Just Cause 4 looked really good.
Yeah.
With the big huge tornado. Wizard of Oz.
Gears Pop, that was an interesting one. That's one that's coming to mobile, and it's a new Gears of War game that they all look like Funko Pops, which I like Gears of War and I like Funko Pops, so maybe that'll work, but I don't know.
Gears Tactic, which is like a strategy kind of game, turn-based, kind of like the Mario and Rabbids game. And then Gears 5.
Yeah.
So, looks good. Just new Gears game following the woman of the story, Kate, which is supposed to be Gears 4, which I did not really get a lot into for some reason. I don't know why. I love the Gears franchise. For some reason, I just never got to Gears 4. I don't know why. I might play it again. But that's really it. New enemy types, 2019 release. Then, Dying Light 2.
Yeah.
Looks awesome. So, I'm really excited about that because I remember trying to buy Dying Light multiple times and you guys wouldn't let me because it was like kind of a horror zombie game. But it looked really, really fun.
Gotcha.
And now there's like a choose your own story kind of thing where you choose it. And like it actually, like most games, it kind of like it's Telltale, which is like you choose it and it doesn't just choose that. It's for the whole entire rest of the game. Like if you choose this and you side with this, now maybe all of these people who like are living on the streets and stuff, maybe they now get water and stuff like that because you said no and then you got the water with water fountains and stuff like that, or no, and they don't have any of that, and then population starts to go down because nobody has water or anything, so then like there's all kinds of things that like cause and effect and stuff like that, which is just so cool that they're able to do all that with just one choice, and there's like thousands of choices you have to make.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. So Dying Light 2 looks really, really good.
All right, so Microsoft, what was your favorite thing Microsoft showed?
Maybe Halo, maybe Gears.
Yeah.
Microsoft wasn't great. Like
none of them were.
Not
well,
true.
I mean, we'll get to Nintendo. Nintendo had some pretty good stuff. These other guys did not.
Dying Light.
You hear that, Smoothie?
Dying Light looked really good. It's just
Forza was the best one for me for Microsoft, of course.
Yeah.
And that'll be one that I buy.
Cyberpunk 2077. We don't have any gameplay on that.
Please don't say that looked good. That was.
It does not look
so stupid.
We just have to see gameplay. It's been announced for so long, and we still have never gotten any gameplay. Just cinematic trailers. It's crazy.
All right, Microsoft, you did a very subpar job this year. Maybe next year, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to talk crap about Microsoft when it comes to the Xbox. I feel like they're trying really hard to do some cool stuff, and maybe it's all going to start happening.
Them buying that stuff with the companies, I think next year is going to be really good for Microsoft.
Yeah,
because
I hope the Xbox can kind of take off again.
Sony does what they did if PlayStation does what they did this year, next year, and Microsoft does what I want them to do, Microsoft will be crazy.
Yeah. Good luck, Microsoft. I mean, well, I feel so weird saying that because I've disliked Microsoft for a while, but I like the Xbox.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's that. All right. So, but I think my favorite of the weekend was Nintendo.
Yes.
So let's talk about Nintendo.
Are people texting you about the stream? Is that what the...
No.
Oh.
Sony, no. Xbox.
Wait for that. Yeah, E3, Bethesda, and Microsoft was all there.
All right.
Time to talk about some Smash Bros. And Mario Party.
25 minutes.
That's how long they talked about it on the freaking conference. It wasn't even a freaking conference. I like how Nintendo does it, but it's not a conference. Like, I can't think of what it's called, but it's like a show.
Yeah, there's just
like
pre-recorded.
Pre-recorded, they have editing and everything. Reggie's just like in this little room and talking about stuff. It's really good recorded and everything. I like that it's not live.
I will
like
just save that for this discussion.
They probably did that.
Ready?
Okay.
All right, Nintendo.
We have a Switch now, so I actually cared about Nintendo this year, and we are not in the Nintendo tab. So
and I feel like there was a while there where I didn't care what Nintendo had to say one way or another, and I was one of the ones that's like, well, Nintendo is pretty much dead in the water, but they've really stepped up their game lately.
They definitely have,
and I feel like there was more cool stuff that happened during their conference, which, as we are kind of just talking between segments here, their conference is not like a conference. Like
it's like a little show, like a half an hour little show.
Yeah,
it's all pre-recorded. It's really well edited. I think that because of that one year where the founder of Nintendo tried to play Zelda and the motion controls wouldn't work and it was really awkward and everything.
Yeah,
probably because motion controls suck. Yeah. And also, they don't want blunders like that to happen anymore.
Yeah, so they have a little bit of a different presentation than everybody else, which is kind of cool to kind of set themselves apart from everybody. But regardless of that, it's all about the games, and I think they really delivered on the games. Before we really get into what they did announce, I will say one of my biggest disappointments out of the entire E3 conference, other than Forza not being set in Japan, was one of the leaked things that came out was, here's everything Nintendo's going to announce, which of course ended up being BS. But one of the things that was on that list was a new Punch-Out game, and I am such a big Punch-Out mark that I was so excited about a Switch Punch-Out game, and nothing happened from that. So that was a bummer. But regardless of that, they did still announce a lot of stuff. Where do you want to start?
Apparently, the Yoshi thing that Tyler was talking about, apparently that was like kind of already announced. And like they showed a little snippet of that, and they didn't show like an actual title of it. They just said it was a new Yoshi game. But they didn't show it in this. Okay. They just like showed it beforehand.
Yeah. But Nintendo also has, kind of like I was saying earlier, that Sony might be announcing Skate 4 at another conference or something. Nintendo has like their own thing that's coming up. I don't remember when it is, but it's maybe a month or two away or something. And it's like their own thing. So maybe like Punch-Out or something will be a part of that. But with with the amount of games they've announced so far, like maybe they'll wait on that one. I don't know. Whatever. So, what do you want to start on?
We're gonna start with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
Okay. So we got a Pokemon game coming out for the Switch.
So I'm actually very excited about this. I know you and Tyler were not that enthusiastic about it.
I just wasn't enthusiastic because of the material that they showed.
Okay.
I love Pokemon. I've always loved Pokemon. I love Pokemon games. I started at the very beginning with Pokemon on the Game Boy. I failed art class one year because me and my friends sat there and played Pokemon games instead of doing our homework and stuff.
Video games are not tearing our brains at all.
I'm a huge Pokemon fan. I like Pokemon a lot. But the trailer that they showed for the new game, like it literally just showed Pokemon and then people capturing them. And that's it. And obviously that's the main part of Pokemon is capturing.
I should have showed you some of the treehouse stuff that they did afterwards.
Okay.
Do you remember? Did I remember what the treehouse stuff is afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they actually actually had gameplay and stuff like that when they were showing.
So that's my fault. And I didn't see that. But
that was a trailer that they announced like a month ago before E3 when they hadn't announced a lot about it.
Okay. So they just didn't show me enough. They just showed Pokemon and then somebody capturing them. And it's like, well, obviously that's a part of the game. So like, what else is a part of the game? And I didn't get that from them.
So it's Pokemon. It's the game is based off of Pokemon Yellow, which is one of the older ones. That's one of the really, really good ones.
Yeah.
Did you play Yellow?
Yeah.
Which was that for Game Boy?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's based off of that, but they did change some things, so it's not just like the same exact game.
Yeah.
So it's Pokemon Go inside your house.
Yeah.
With the Switch, with the Joy-Con.
Yeah. Or you can buy a little Pokeball that has a little button on it that you can like use.
Which I have no idea how you're even supposed to use. It looks really cool.
It's gimmicky as can be.
I don't understand how it works. It's just one button.
Yeah.
What the heck? You can shake it and it makes little Pokemon noise.
Yeah. I thought that looked pretty cool. As long as that's not too expensive, I would be interested in purchasing that.
You get
but with how expensive all of the Switch accessories are, it's going to end up being like $100 for a stupid little Pokeball, and that ain't gonna happen.
You're supposed to be like, you're able to like wear it and like take a run or something like that, and like it tracks your fitness or something like that.
Yeah.
And it like gives you rewards and gifts in the game once you come back.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it kind of does go back into that Pokemon Go kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's cool that it syncs up with Pokemon Go for your phone.
Yeah, everything that you have,
capture on the phone, it's on your Switch.
Yeah.
So it's cool that we're starting to see some cross-platform things like that, which we'll get into more cross-platform here in just a minute.
So, but also there's.
I mean, it's a for sure purchase, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and it comes out.
I just wish I would have seen
it comes out 3 days after my birthday, so I'm asking it for my birthday for sure.
All right, so Pokemon looks really good. I'm sorry. Okay.
So you like use with the Pokemon Go kind of thing. You use the Joy-Con and like you throw the ball, like at it, and you can play co-op. First time ever you can play Pokemon co-op.
Yeah.
And like you got to like time it and stuff and do it at the same time. It looks really, really fun. Like that would be a great game for like me and Tyler to play and stuff like that. They were showing it at the treehouse with how they had to do it at the same time, and like it is still the 3 shake Pokeball thing, but I still love that they still have stayed with that 3 shake and you caught it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it looks like it'll be really good.
Yeah. So and you can still battle, so you can catch and battle Pokemon. So
all right, so what else? For one thing that I've always regretted is that I did not put some time into the Fire Emblem games. They look so cool.
What is Fire Emblem?
It's like an RPG, like an old school RPG style game.
Oh yeah, okay.
And they've always looked really cool, and I've just never really gone into them. But there was a new one of those.
So there is Super Mario Party. You just completely skipped
I was seeing what else there was, and then I was coming back to that one.
So there is Super Mario Party, which we're very excited about because we wanted to.
Yeah.
We wanted a Mario Party game on Switch.
Yeah.
Especially because it sucked that we I don't even know if we had one on Wii U. I don't think we did. We did.
No, we didn't have a Wii U.
No, not us. I mean, like, was there a game for the Wii U? And yes, there was 10.
Yes.
But
and everybody, we never did get it, but everybody seemed to be pretty disappointed by it.
And it kind of sucks because
just like everything else with the Wii U.
You can't play it with more than like 2, like unless you have more controllers, you can't really play it.
Yeah.
So, but for this, because you can play it anywhere, like before, but for the Wii U, you couldn't. You could only play it with just a couple people because you could just bring the pad. You could not bring it places because it wasn't portable. Yeah. So now we could bring it to Mario or something like that, and we could all play it together if we had a couple more Joy-Cons. So that would definitely be one that we like have to buy like 2 more Joy-Cons.
Yeah, I love Mario Party.
How much are Joy-Cons?
They're really expensive. It's like $80 for
one?
For one set, yes.
Oh, okay.
It's ridiculous how expensive the accessories are.
That is one controller.
Right, so it's more expensive than a PlayStation or an Xbox.
But it has a lot more capabilities.
And they're also made like complete crap. They feel like they're made with like 2-cent plastic. I feel like
they are.
I feel like the Switch in general, the whole entire thing, I feel like is made from 2 cents worth of plastic, and I'm very worried about the longevity of the Switch because of that.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with nothing. But yeah, I've always loved Mario Party games. I spent a lot of time playing Mario Party on the GameCube. me and Liz and my buddy Dave, we spent so much time playing Mario Party, just countless games of Mario Party. Loved it. My old buddy Patrick, who I haven't seen in forever, like we played a lot of Mario Party. Such a fun game.
They need to announce a new Worms. That just reminded me. They need to announce
Well, they've made a ton of new Worms games, but they haven't made a good Worms games since Xbox 360 and PS3.
Yeah.
It's stupid. How can you get that game wrong? But like they keep screwing with it, trying to make it all different, and it just makes it worse.
You have some recent Octopath Traveler. I have no idea what it is, but apparently there was a bunch of hype on it. Oh. Mario Tennis Aces, they didn't say anything about it, but we still need to get that. Mega Man 11 didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, and I enjoyed Mario Tennis a lot back on the 64.
Yeah.
I don't know that I need a new title.
Now we have...
Is that everything else that we were supposed to go through before we get to the one that we got to talk about for 25 minutes?
Yep.
All right.
No,
we got two more.
Okay. So let's
do this one, and then we'll go back up to that one.
Yeah, because this won't actually be too long. I can sum this up pretty quickly. New Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yep.
So every single character that has been in a Smash game is in this game, no DLC.
Which I think is, including the one new character that they announced, I think that totals 65 characters from what I read, which is an insane amount of people for a fighting
Daisy.
Game. Yes.
Which I forget. It's not Daisy from Mario, is it?
No, it's from Metroid.
I don't know who that is then.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a other character besides Samus in that.
So that was their big announcement. That was what they spent the most time on.
25 minutes.
Yeah, they detailed like every single character, which was
and then
a little much.
All of Treehouse with it.
Yeah. So I mean it's an awesome looking Smash Bros game with everybody. I mean that's what else is there to say about it.
Amiibos are all supported, every single one. But it's really cool because you start off with
GameCube controllers are compatible. Wow, how about that? I didn't know that was still a thing. That's cool.
That was compatible on Wii U. That's what I think Wyatt uses.
Gotcha.
At the Adams. But what was it? It's cool because they only have 20 base characters that you start off with. Okay. And as you keep playing, you get more and more and more, cool. Which makes it once you go online, it makes it, especially if you're just playing with your friends and you're playing with CPU, it's harder to play against them because you haven't found them out yet.
Yeah.
Because there are Snake from Metal Gear Solid is in this game. He was in I don't even remember. I think Melee as a DLC character.
Yeah.
And which I think that's awesome that they have Snake in a Smash game again.
Yeah, there's all kinds of
them. I think it's awesome.
So, but on a personal level, I have not played a lot of Super Smash Bros. I always felt like I was pretty terrible at it. I don't know. I never felt like I could. I never felt like I got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. Well,
I really good.
I want this one, and I want to put some time into it and kind of get better at it.
You can buy a GameCube controller.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'll do. No, that is not what I'll do.
You should do that, though. That'd be cool.
I want a GameCube again. There's some games I've been wanting to play on the GameCube again.
You've been wanting to play everything again.
I know. There is. So Smash Bros. Kind of the big one up
see
there.
If there's anything else besides...
Looking forward to that. That comes out in December.
Ridley was the one.
Maybe Ridley is the one that's from Metroid.
And I think Daisy is from Mario.
Yeah, I think Ridley might. Yeah,
and
Ridley is
December 7th. That's when we are asking for Christmas. For sure.
Yeah, so I mean in November they're putting out Pokemon, and in December they're putting out Smash Bros. So Nintendo's going to kill it this holiday season.
Yeah,
they're going to make a whole lot of money off of those games this holiday season for sure.
So now it's the big one that isn't. Well, it's not big. It's just big.
Okay.
Fortnite for Switch.
Yeah, we can't go without talking about Fortnite.
Yep.
Biggest game in the world right now.
It's the first time we've had to talk about Fortnite like ever on here. Besides like ones we might have mentioned it.
Okay.
But
we've discussed it on the Unknown podcast a few different times.
Since like you've played with
because I'm pro Fortnite, and not everybody on Unknown Pod is pro Fortnite, which whatever.
Which we can play. Pros did play Fortnite this weekend.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, that it was the Fortnite Pro Am.
Yeah.
50 pros, 50 celebrities. One there were 3 games. One solo game, everybody against each other. A duos game with everybody with a pro and a celebrity together. And then the last one, which was the duos, which was for charity. Winner got $1 million to charity. Yeah. Over $3 million just in that one game was given to charity.
Yeah.
So Ninja Marshmallow won that, and for the duos. So that was super.
With how much money Fortnite's making right now? Not that I'm saying it's not great that they gave that much money to charity. I'm not saying that.
And this is indie. But Epic is an indie game developer.
But the amount of money that they are making off of this stuff, it is crazy how much money they're making.
When Fortnite first was announced in 2013, not Battle Royale, when Fortnite was announced in 2013, Epic.
I didn't even know it had been around for that long, honestly.
Well, it came out just last year. And then they added the Battle Royale thing.
Okay.
So it was Save the World is what the original Fortnite thing was.
Yeah.
So when they announced it in 2013, it was really cool, and nobody had heard of Epic. Epic was a completely new developer.
Besides Fortnite?
I actually have no idea. I don't think anybody really does.
No, I think there's something that we're missing that is Epic. It is made by them.
Video games. Oh, look, it was right there. Go back.
This is great radio right here.
So
Unreal. Yes. So 45 more games. Gears of War.
They
Unreal
worked
Tournament.
on Gears of War. Some of these games they just helped because of Unreal. They are in cooperation with Unreal developer. So.
All right, so there ain't really. There's Unreal on their list, and they're whatever. Anyway, they don't have an extensive library of games. It doesn't look like, other than Gears of War,
which that's Epic. Epic Games is Unreal Studios.
Yeah,
that is a Unreal Studios mini thing.
Okay.
So technically, they did make it, but they weren't on the title screen. So. Yeah. But they're making
so much money right now.
They just announced that early 2019 esports, they're going to be having qualifiers all through this year, and they have put $100 million that they will be donating to charity by the end of this esports Fortnite World Cup.
Yeah.
So.
And then they also announced that they had over 2 million downloads within 24 hours on the Switch.
It's freaking crazy.
So they're killing it right now.
Yeah.
And so here's, I guess, since we haven't talked about this much on Howdy Radio, I don't want to turn it into the Fortnite show, but I think we should discuss it a little bit. I feel like out of everybody that is doing video games wrong these days, which is a lot of them, and especially EA, I feel that Epic is doing Fortnite about as perfect as any company really can.
Also doing microtransactions.
With microtransactions, yes. Because
we don't like EA because of microtransactions.
Yeah,
they have done microtransactions perfect.
Yeah.
Cosmetic, everything looks really good. It's all skins and that kind of
Everybody
stuff.
just wants the goofy little dance, and they want the cool little skin.
When they had the Thanos thing when Infinity War came out, they had you could do the emote with Thanos. So he's doing the Orange Justice and stuff like that. It's hilarious to see that.
Yeah, I feel like Fortnite's done a really good job with. The game is free. You don't have to pay any more money for it. I'm terrible at the game, but I have still had a lot of fun playing it. Me and my friends have played, and it's the first time that I've really got all my friends together to play a game since the Rainbow Six 3 days. It's been, or Rainbow Six Vegas days maybe. I don't do that much anymore, but me and my friends have really had a lot of fun playing it. And I'm more than happy to spend the $10 on the battle pass because then I get to, get the cool stuff that everybody wants to unlock.
I didn't play it too much.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to buy it next season.
Yeah. And then I like the battle pass too because the battle pass kind of just gives you, like me and Tiger will play and like it just kind of gives you something else to do because like, going in there
there's
and
like the missions and stuff like that, the quests that you can do.
Like go to this town and look for 7 of these chests or something. Like it's fun to just be able to go do
because
that.
You know that,
and then get the points for that, and then you unlock something else stupid that you don't.
And also
really need,
because while doing that, because you know that right now you're not try-harding and trying to win and do really good.
Mm-hmm.
While you're trying to do that, you could maybe see a guy and you can learn combat and that kind of stuff while you're trying to do these things. Yeah. So you're having fun trying to find these goofy things. And also you can find this combat stuff, which can, now you have all of these V-Bucks because you did all this stuff. You can get this. You can now get the battle pass. Like, well, no. Yeah, you could get the battle pass because some of the rewards for...
if you unlock everything in the battle pass, it gives you enough V-Bucks to buy the next battle pass, is the way that it works. If you don't spend any of them, because like every once in a while you get like 100 V-Bucks for doing something in the battle pass. So if you save up all of those V-Bucks out of the one season of battle pass, then you would be able to... So that just
means if you buy the battle pass once, and then you buy
as long as you do everything,
and then you buy to tier 100, which gives you all the V-Bucks and stuff like that. You just have to pay for the battle pass and enough V-Bucks to get all the way up to there. So and then you can have it. But
and there's no pay to win like a lot of other games are doing now. It really is. I think they've done a fantastic job with it. There's so many people that are talking crap about Fortnite, but that's to be expected when it's the most popular video game in the world right now. Yeah. So, of course, people are going to talk trash about it. But one thing else that I will applaud them with is their, like we were saying with Pokemon Go, is the cross-platform kind of thing. Yeah. They've done a fantastic job, with the exception of Sony kind of getting in there and blocking it and screwing it for everybody, myself included. Is if there was no PlayStation in the equation, your all of your info for your character would be across every single platform that there is. Computer, Xbox, iOS, and Switch.
Yep.
It will carry over to all of those. But if your Epic account is related to a PlayStation 4, it screws all of that.
Yeah.
And screw Sony for that. I mean, kind of. But like I get, like, Sony's the big dog right now. Like, why do they don't need to cater to any of these other companies.
Though, starting to go down because there wasn't that much that they announced.
I gotcha, but they're still the main seller. They're still killing the competition as of right now.
Yes.
They are. So I can understand their point of view, and like they got a lot of heat and a lot of bad press once this came out, and it made it to where you couldn't link up if you had a PlayStation 4 on your Epic account. Because it sucks.
So because of you, because you originated on PS4.
No, I originated on iOS. I created my Epic account on iOS once I got the beta invite, and then Dave started playing it. And then we bought a PS4. So then I have it, and then I linked it to the PS4. I've never played Fortnite on the Xbox, so I never linked there. So now I've got my Epic account, and it's linked to my phone, and it's linked to my PlayStation, which is my two main places to play it. I like playing it on PS4 because I can play it with my friends on there, and I like playing it mobilely on my phone. But I want to play it on the Switch. Like, that's like, I don't care that I can't play it on the Xbox. That's no big deal to me whatsoever. But I want to be able to play it on the Switch. And I played it on the Switch today for the first time, and I had to create a second account. And that's stupid. And I'm certainly not going to buy a battle pass for 2 accounts.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I mean, it's not that big of a deal that, you can't have it on everything. But it is kind of nice that Epic is kind of, I mean, they're dominating. So they're just kind of, they're taking advantage of that. And, but Sony got a lot of bad press over the last couple of days because they're not playing nice with others when everybody else is playing nice with each other.
Even when they've been, like, good with Nintendo. Like, it's just mostly been Xbox
Yeah.
And PS4, they haven't been able to.
Yeah.
And Nintendo and PS4 have like been doing good and stuff like that, but I don't know why they can't just do that.
Yeah, I think Sony is really just like, we're the big dogs. Like, we're winning this race. So why do we need to essentially help?
Why do we need to
ones?
actually let our fans play with other people if they don't have a Switch
or
if they don't have these things? Oh, screw our fans. Let's not do anything at E3 and just show stuff that we've already done. Oh, yay, awesome.
I don't disagree. I mean, that's kind of Sony's outlook on it right now.
Yeah.
And the statement that they made was very much just, whatever, we do what we want. And they do, they're their own company. They have the ability to do whatever they want when it comes to stuff like that. But as just a gaming fan from that point of view, like, I don't know, they're kind of being butts about it a little bit, and that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But whatever. So we got Fortnite on the Switch now.
So now that
we refer to the infamous smoothie Nintendo rant that took place on the Unknown Podcast, which you can check out at theunknownpod.com and at theunknownpod on Twitter. He ranted forever and ever and ever and ever about third-party support, in which there still is not a ton of third-party support on the Switch. That is for sure thing. But the fact that Fortnite is now on the Switch is about as big as it gets. I mean, it's the biggest game in the world right now, and they announced it and released it at the same time. And I always like when they do that. Like that's always
they announced it an hour afterwards.
They announced it and
no, they announced it and then it came out an hour after.
Okay, so close, about as close as it can get.
Because they weren't going to do that because the conference was not over and they still had a lot of talk about Smash.
Yeah.
And they know that if they announced it and said it was
like, ooh, let's go!
Everybody was going to go.
Wait, what are you talking about? I wasn't listening.
Because they had a lot of Smash stuff to talk about and they weren't going to wait for that.
Yeah. So good for Fortnite. I think Fortnite's pretty awesome. I think it's cool the way they're doing it. I wish Sony would kind of fall in line with the rest of them, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. It's not that big of a deal to me. So
I might. You never know.
Yeah. So what else? That's it. I think out of all of the different ones, I think Nintendo won.
Yeah.
I think maybe
Paladins is
Bethesda.
on Switch, which is cool. That's the like Overwatch kind of game.
Okay.
Which I play on PS4 because I don't have Overwatch on it. So that'd be cool to play on Switch.
Gotcha. Right on.
Yeah.
So good for Nintendo. I feel like they're proving me wrong. Like as of a couple years ago, I was ready to write Nintendo off, and I thought the Wii U was going to kind of start to be the demise of Nintendo. But sometimes not all of your consoles are great, and that's what happened to the Wii U. I think the Switch is really turning it around. Yes, there's still not a whole lot of third-party stuff, but as of right now, Nintendo's putting out the games that we want them to put out, like Mario Party and stuff like that, and we're getting stuff like Fortnite. So I feel like
Smash.
Nintendo's doing all right.
They haven't made a Smash game since Wii U and 3DS, which is a long time still. Like that's still like because
but that was the last gen system. So
because I'm pretty sure that was a launch game for Wii U, and there was Melee and Brawl for Wii. So that's a big gap in between Wii 2 games and Wii U only having one. So
so I'm looking forward to what Nintendo's got going on. I mean, with and they've got good games coming out just here soon. So one more thing real quick. Well, hold on. Do we want to end this segment? And then, we'll end this segment and then we'll wrap it up here. Let's do that.
Yeah, sure.
Then we'll kind of go through that list of
Epic Games.
Of the kind of release dates.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but we're buying Spider-Man first, David. And for your guys' anniversary, you should get Mario Party. Because that comes out October 2nd. So.
Yep.
That's like good, like.
Anniversary. You need to get some money so that you can, buy some games yourself.
Yeah. Oh, wait, now Tyler's trying to go to this freaking Logic concert with his friends.
Tyler's trying to go to a Logic concert? That's ridiculous.
Now saying like, oh, Logic's okay. It's fine.
He's an idiot. I hate both of you. You're both disowned.
You're just doing it because it was friends. It's kind of annoying.
Just like you. Ready?
That's not true. I got into Logic by myself.
Ready?
Okay.
All right, so that's I don't know what all that equaled out to be, but that's probably our longest episode we've ever done.
Probably not. We've had like 2-hour-long episodes.
I know, but I think that's about where we were with this one as well.
Maybe. You never know.
So E3 2018, come and gone. It was all right. Nothing great. So we got one more thing. We got this image in front of us, which I'll link to in the show notes so you can look at the same image that we are looking at. But just kind of, everything that we discussed and what's coming out here soon. So we've still got a lot of stuff to come out this year. In 2018, there's still quite a few things that are coming out. The main thing, obviously, being Madden 19 that EA is coming out.
Games.
Oh, man, we can't wait for Madden 19. No, but Spider-Man's coming out, Tomb Raider's coming out, Forza's coming out, Mario Party's coming out. There's
Pokemon,
of course a new Black Ops, a new Call of Duty game,
which actually looks really good.
A new Assassin's Creed game,
Red Dead Redemption,
all this stupid crap.
Fallout, Smash Bros, Just Cause 4, Pokemon, Battlefield 5, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, FIFA 19.
What is
Shadow
of the Tomb Raider? Starlink Battle for Atlas? What is that?
Okay, so it looks really weird. It kind of looks like a
quick version,
like Lego Dimensions, but like an actual figure kind of thing.
Okay.
And you put stuff on that so you can like fight these big huge space things, and Fox from Star Fox is in it.
Okay.
Just for Nintendo Switch. So it looks really good.
Right on. So quite a few games coming out between now and the end of the year that we're really excited about. If I know Forza Horizon will be a for sure purchase.
Yeah.
There's probably like 5-6 games between now and the end of the year.
Mario Party is October 5th.
Yeah, that we all want to buy.
Wow, that's in 3 days.
So then out of all the stuff that they talked about this year at E3 in 2019, next year, so we got a new Kingdom Hearts. I don't want to just read down the list, but
like we got Resident Evil,
lots
Anthem,
of good stuff.
Crackdown 3, The Division.
I don't know. What do you think?
Gears,
the biggest game on this list is of 2019? Kingdom Hearts, Crackdown 3.
Maybe Gears. Maybe Gears 5.
I don't think Gears is that big anymore. I feel like that's kind of fallen off a little bit. But still, some really good games.
Doom Eternal was big. Metro Exodus.
I'm looking forward to checking out that Trials Rising game. I want to see some stuff on that.
Yeah.
So then the ever popular to be announced stuff that was announced, but who knows when it'll ever come out. Halo Infinite, Elder Scrolls 6, Starfield, Last of Us 2. Those are kind of the big ones there.
2070, whatever.
Cyberpunk? So those
Beyond Good and Evil 2. That's very promising.
Yeah.
So
the
Ghost game, the Samurai kind of game.
Lots and lots and lots of games coming out. Especially Madden 19. That's going to be the best football game ever made.
Like, definitely not going to be like last year. Like, they're gonna change everything for sure.
No.
Whole new, everything's
awesome.
going to be different.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Totally worth spending another $100
And it's the same exact image from the last game.
They don't even update their images now.
It's the same exact image as the last game.
They're idiots. So
it's the same exact image as 17.
Well, this is not an official image. This isn't an
But all of these are official images.
That somebody made just to give us a reference.
But everything else is official images but that one.
So, all right. So, real quick, let's finish it up. Let's say your top 3 games that you're looking forward to that was discussed at E3 this year. What are your top 3 games?
Do I have to do it like 3, 2, 1? Or can
no,
I say
just your top 3. It's not
Spider-Man,
a 3, 2, 1.
Smash, and Fallout.
Okay. I think for me,
if it was top 5, I would do Spider-Man, Fallout, Smash, Mario Party, and of course Madden.
Yeah.
No, probably Pokemon.
Definitely Madden.
Yeah.
So my top 3 would be Madden, NBA Live, and FIFA. Yeah. Because those are the most innovative.
So
games
I just said 5,
history.
and 3 of those are Nintendo.
Yeah, right.
So that's pretty good.
So no, but my real top 3 that I'm looking forward to: Mario Party, Forza Horizon, and probably Smash Bros.
Yeah.
or maybe even Pokemon.
Did you say Fallout?
Maybe Fallout.
Did you say Spider-Man?
No.
Come on.
No, my whatever. My is different than yours. So Horizon, Mario Party. I don't know. I think Pokemon. I don't know. Pokemon or Smash Bros. They're interchangeable, I guess. So that's it. E3 2018, come and gone.
Yep.
It was a pretty subpar year. I think nothing blew us away. I mean, I'm glad there was no hardware announcements. I'm not ready to start buying new consoles. We just bought 2 new consoles within the last 6 months or so.
Yep.
So I'm not ready for new consoles. I don't think anybody's ready for new consoles yet, but we're not too far away.
Especially how big Switch is gone. I don't think anybody
Switch just started. Nintendo's not ready, but PlayStation.
Switch not just started, but they do have a lot of big titles that they do not want to announce.
They're kind of just getting started for...
Well, it's been a year.
Yeah, they've really got the ball rolling at this point.
Had Zelda and Super Mario Odyssey, but then also now they have Smash and Pokemon, which will go a longer way, which will... So if they were to announce a new console at E3... That would be awful, because that's just killing those 2 games that could go for a while.
They will, Nintendo's still got a while until their next one. But, I mean, like, Sony has already announced that, like, they're ready to start changing production into PlayStation 5. But that'll still be a couple years away. We're nowhere... We're not right there yet. So, I mean, I literally bought a PS4, and then, like, 3 days later, there was a tweet that said, like, we're ready to start focusing on the PS5. I'm like, those idiots waited for me to buy a PS4 until and then they were like, oh yeah, we're done with that stupid console now. Like, I mean, I know I waited.
And I think that's stupid because you bought it right when God of War came out.
Yeah, but God of War came out late in the cycle of the things. It wasn't like a launch game by any means. It was. The system's been out for a few years.
Well, they've been working on it since launch for sure. They've been working on it since.
But the system's been out for a while now, so it's the last gen of systems with the PS3 and the 360. Like that gen was almost like a decade long, which was great. I think a decade is almost
2005 is when they came out, right?
Yeah, I think 2005 or 2006.
Then 2013 is when Wii U, PS4, and Xbox One came out.
So I mean, I know that they've got to sell consoles, and they're gonna come out with them every couple years now, and then even when there's not a new console, there's still like the Xbox S and the Xbox One X, and there's like all these. They're just modeling after the cell phone industry at this point. They have to try to keep selling their hardware that way. Which kind of sucks. I don't like that that's where we're at with it, but it is what it is. You don't have to buy one every year.
At least Nintendo knows how to do it.
Which is a weird thing to say.
Xbox is the only one that has done that. No,
I mean, Sony's done it too with the Pro and stuff. Yeah, that's a thing for them as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so that's it.
Yep.
Right on. That's a really long talk about E3. We hope everybody enjoyed. If you're still listening, check out our other show, The Unknown Podcast. Me and a couple buddies run that show, and we talk about video games and movies and a bunch of stupid crap that we just like to talk about. TheUnknownPod.com and on Twitter @TheUnknownPod. So check that out. I think we're like 13 episodes in now. We're rolling pretty good on that one. It's a fun show.
It's kind of cool to listen to you guys in the background when I'm playing games and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's fun. We've enjoyed it.
Yep.
So check that out for sure. And we'll be back next week. Let's tease what we're going to do next week. We started talking about we want to do something different with the episodes, which we did on this one because it was a special E3 episode. But we want to start doing like our top 5 something or another on
top
the
like
shows
10, stuff like that.
Yeah, so let's start next week. We'll tell you right now. Next week we're going to do our top 5. What do you want to do? We mentioned like Queens of the Stone Age songs. You want to start with that one?
I'm just going to video games overall.
No, I want to make it more specific. Can't just be top 5 video games.
Well, Queens of the Stone Age, that's not entertaining.
That is, I feel.
Okay.
It's our show. It's something that we're both into, so I thought that would be a good one for that. But I don't care. We can do top 5 video games if you want to do top 5 video games, or we can do whatever. Maybe I shouldn't have put us on the spot.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week with a top 5 something or another.
That's what it's going to be called.
and then we're going to keep doing that, and that'll be fun. So whatever. Thanks for listening.
Yep. Bye. We should have to do intro and outro. Or was that an outro?
That was an outro.
Okay. So do we just got to do an intro now?
Yep. I'm here to just say, get comfortable. That's our second annual E3 episode, and we've got a lot to talk about.
Get comfortable, everybody. It's our second annual E3 episode, and it's a long one, and we have a lot to talk about. It's really bad.
Wouldn't have been if you wouldn't have said that at the end of it. Ready?
Okay. I forgot the first part. Okay. Get comfortable, everybody. It's our second annual E3 episode, and we have a lot to talk about. That was bad. Also, it didn't really matter that I said that at the end of it. There was a little part in the middle. You could just cut that out. Alright.
Okay.
Now we have to say bye to the stream.
Goodbye, stream.
Goodbye.